What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Here's another PS5 related jailbreak news video. We are on update number 6 right now guys. There's been so many updates been happening, but I didn't want to go ahead and create a video for every single thing. I just want to go ahead and make it all together in this one video since it's been about 8 days now since my last video. So I'm going to take you step by step and what has been happening, how many updates have been done, and where do we stand right now with the PS5's complete jailbreak. Because as you know, we do have a technical jailbreak, which is a WebKit and a kernel exploit, but we also need another layer to be bypassed, that's the HV, which then makes it a complete jailbreak. So first thing first guys, if you notice the thumbnail and the title, you do know that 4.51 is now supported. So everyone felt left out with the 4.03 emphasis for the past few updates. As good news, 4.51 is the firmware, it's the maximum supported so far. So back in my previous video guys, I did mention it wasn't so stable, only had a 30% success rate. So Spectre Dev mentioned that as well. On 7th of October, Spectre Dev and Cashapp did go ahead and have a great, immense improvement in stability. The effects are apparently massive. So far, everyone's been testing out and have been pretty much getting it in the first try, or if not all, most of them have been getting it in the first try, and that's a huge improvement in stability. Some people even say it's 80 to 90% stable right now. So DizRL has brought the 4.51 support to the exploit, and that's something that, as mentioned, now everyone who's all the way up to firmware 4.51 can go ahead and try this exploit out. Just 2 days later guys, another major improvement, another major breakthrough with the PS5 jailbreak is the ELF loader. Now this was released on October the 9th. Along with what I mentioned, the version 1.01 of the exploit has been released just 2 days ago, which added support to 4.50 and 4.51 and great improvements in stability. So as you can see, much higher stability, 80 to 90%. Work in progress basic ELF loader, which is no longer a work in progress if you notice from today's point of view. But back then on the 9th of October, it was, thanks to Cashapp, Diz, Valincus, and SG. So this has been another great improvement, taking it forward. So back then, with the work in progress ELF loader, there were possibilities of getting FTP access, and that's what everyone is pretty excited about. And guess what guys, right then, another 2 days later guys, on October the 11th, which is just yesterday, FTP server and kernel log dump payloads have now been released and is available to go ahead and test out. So there you go. Some ELF payloads have been released for people to play around with their PS5s a little bit more. There's an FTP server. Of course, Zek has released an ELF version of the FTP server, which should work in theory with the ELF loader that was added to the exploit. And the credits, of course, goes to Sistro, Spectre, and Cashapp for their help on this one. You can go ahead and download it and try it out, guys. Of course, there's a lot more details to it. There's a Klog dumper as well. It's a tool useful for debugging, letting you know if you messed up while trying to dig inside the PS5. And here's a tutorial on how to go and run it guys. So I'm not going to do any of these tutorials just yet because I'm still keeping my PS5 on 3.20. So guys who want to see tutorials on how to run these, the ELF loaders, and to run the FTP servers, the Klog dumper, etc. All of these things, unfortunately, I'm not doing it just yet because my PS5, it's still on 3.20 guys, and I want to keep it that way until a complete jailbreak is out. So I'll be able to go ahead and show you how to update from the scratch, step 1 all the way till the complete jailbreak. And that's why I haven't updated my PS5 yet. But for people who are still eager to go and try it out and you want a tutorial, there's plenty of tutorials out there guys, and a lot of people posting lots of videos. I'm sure some of them should be able to help you out. For now, I'm keeping it strictly just informative for right now. And guys, coming to the most recent news that we have now, a notification can be used to trick the console directly to run the exploit, launch a hidden web browser, and so many more things that you can configure into it. So you can basically use the PS5 notifications to tinker with the console. So long story short guys, once you get into FTP of your PS5, you can go ahead and tweak some files in your PS5. Specifically the one you're looking to do is system data priv mms notifications to .db. So it's a database file that you're going to go ahead and modify. You can use a database browser for SQLite in order to do this. So thanks to Jose, who has done a sample modification of the database and have shared it with you guys. You guys can go and try it out if you want to. Again, as I mentioned, I'm not going to post any tutorials just yet, but it is a possibility. You might have to change some basic stuff from his user ID to yours, and there's so much more information and instructions right in this article here if you want to go check it out. Of course, all the links are going to be in the description, guys. So this is how it's going to look like, guys. You have your notification tab, and right at the bottom here, once you click on notifications, you should be able to go ahead and see these three options by default, by the ones that Jose has provided. So GoldHen doesn't really make sense right now because there is no homebrew enabler available for the PS5 just yet. So this is basically a dead one. You don't have to worry about that. You can probably remote it if you don't need it. The web browser is the more important one because you can go ahead and access the web browser directly instead of changing so many DNSs, going to the user's guide, etc. And finally, you have the debug settings you can go directly to once you have run the exploit. So this is basically what you can go ahead and have done. And this is so much more of the latest update that is as of yesterday. Of course, Modern Warfare does have a very detailed video about how to go and get all that done as a tutorial. You guys can go check it out if that's what you want to go and give it a shot. Not just that, Jose did go ahead and update that as well. As of right now, you can also see your SSD storage, debug settings added correctly, also added in multimedia contact, just like in the PS5 test kit. Now this is how he has it for himself, so feel free to implement it or not. So people who want to get your hands dirty, go and try that out. This is something that Jose just dropped a few hours ago when I'm making this video. Another thing that has been achieved in the PS5, guys, is whitelisting PS4 games that are not allowed to be played on the PS5. So Sony did have some of these games that are not backwards compatible, etc. So as you can see over here, pretty awesome that we can edit the PS5 whitelist to allow block games to be installed. I have Neo 1 and 2 alpha demos, and as well as Neo 2 last chance demo ready to dump once we're able. So that is another good improvement going on over there. So the most recent news over here, guys, of course, we've been hearing all of these exploits and all of these progresses and all these firmwares for 4.03, 4.50 and 4.51. But as of right now, as I mentioned, my PS5 is on 3.20. So there has been a little update on 3.20 firmware, which is by John Tomblom. Apparently there is arbitrary read-write access achieved with the BDJB. Now this is good news because so far there was nothing for 3.20 for people who are on 3.20. I know most of you guys are holding back from updating just until everything is released and out there, as in a complete jailbreak. But as of right now, so whoever is just holding back, there is a little news. If something does work out on a lower firmware, it should be more vulnerable in multiple ways. Maybe there could be a better possibility of bypassing the HV on a lower firmware than something on a higher firmware. So guys, that is basically all the information so far that has been happening the past 1 week. I want to catch you guys up with that and let you know what progress is going on. We're on update number 6. This is most of the longest updates I've ever been on any of my jailbreak videos so far, but I hope we're going to be coming to a closer, complete video eventually. For anyone who's following me, you know how I do my videos. I do the updates and finally go for the complete tutorial on how to have a complete jailbreak. So I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're enjoying the videos. If you do enjoy these update videos and any other tutorials that you want me to make, drop me a comment, let me know about it. Drop a like, drop a subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. I know lately all the focus has been on PS5, so all my PS4 subscribers, I will be getting around to making some tutorials for you guys as well, some long pending tutorials I've been wanting to do. So we'll get to that eventually as well. Alright guys, so that's about it for this particular video. Until the next video, I hope you guys are having fun, happy gaming, and cheers guys. Bye bye.